welcome to the very special Lucien 2-year anniversary stream extravaganza. Very good. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Good night. No, hi. Hello. How is everyone? Apologies massively for the half an hour delay. It started much later because I was in the supermarket and I massively underestimated how long it would take me to do my shopping and get back and unpack. So that's me. Sorry about that. I'm here now and streaming, adventuring, creation. Hi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Well, I was about to say happy Lucianversary back to you, but I suppose it's a me thing. But it can be all of our things. Happy Lucianversary to everyone. Yeah. How are you all? There's lots of people here to get us all started. That's exciting. We don't normally start with this many people. Very exciting. Hi everyone. I normally go through and read out everyone's names. I might try. Hello Mads. Hello Zooey. Hello Roach9. Hello Ace. Hello Daedric Mistress Void. Greetings, check. Hello Rex Flash. Hello Nuna. Hello Dark Shiva. Hello Miss Toasty. Hi Bard. Hello Dio. Ducking. Bobzilla. Lowry Fern. Greetings. Lots of new people as well. Ninja. Anxious Stitcher. Hello. Blowfly Bay, hello. Keep going down, keep scrolling down through the list of all the people. Bethany Valerian, greetings. Hello, Queen Mazakine. Thanks so much for subbing, Avery. Hello, Miles Camden. Greetings, Prince Wiccan. Did I say everyone's name? Sweet Bunners, hello. I think we get... Oh, Sickly474416. Hello. Thank you so much for the sub, Ace. Really appreciate that. Hello, Walking Existential Dread. I love that name. Hey, Valk. Hello, Words Without Rules. Hello, Sickly4. Or did I already say that? I think I already said hi to you, but hello again. Hey, Avery. I'm still working my way through. Shirley. Hello, Shirley. Welcome to the stream. Lovely to have you here live. I think that's all the names on the list. So hi, if I haven't said hello to you, do say hello in the chat. It'd be lovely to say hello back. Hi, friends. So I am wearing my Lucien t-shirt. Sorry, I'm looking the wrong way. There we go. Which I unboxed in the last video on my YouTube channel. We did a little unboxing, which was fun. Thank you for following Skyrim Steve. Oh, well, thanks to the random person who gifted the sub to Avery. That's very nice of you as well. So behind me as well, I don't know if you can see, but like over there is a poster which was sent to me by the lovely Valk, which was a very lovely present to receive. So I've got Lucien and Doomsbuffar watching over me. So that's cool. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you like the t-shirt. So if you want one of these yourself, you can get them on the Redbubble and on the Teespring sites, both of which are linked underneath the stream, or if you're indeed watching from the future on YouTube, it's in the description below. So have a look at those. We've got loads of different designs that you can have on loads of different products if you want them. So have a look if you like, if you sort of fancy Lucien merch. Thanks so much, whoever just gifted Shirley that sub. Really appreciate it. Oh, and thank you for the bits, Miss Toasty and Skyrim Steve. And thank you very much for the kind words about Lucien. I'm glad you like him. It's a tiny bit echoey again in here. I'm just going to open the door because that helped before. If I just open that up like that. Oh, that's better. Perpy Slurpy, hello. A bit awkward. Sorry about that. I'll try and keep my mouth closed. Oh, that's lovely. I was rushing back from the supermarket to try and get here as soon as possible. And it's got me a bit worn out. No, it's a passion fruit lemonade from Tesco. So there we go. Check has a Lucien hat. That's cool. I forgot I did Lucien hats. Do I do Lucien hats? Are they on the site? That'd be very exciting. Hello, King Canuck 2814. Oh, there's a hype train. That's a lovely start. Thanks so much for the bits, Valk. So yeah, hype train, for those of you who don't know what it is, just a thing that happens sometimes that Twitch runs, where if you're planning on donating or subbing or anything, if you do it sort of now within this time window of the next few minutes, then you unlock like different rewards at different tiers, like different emojis and badges. You get a cute train badge next to your name, which is always fun if you like trains. Yeah, it's just a bit of sort of cosmetic nonsense, but it's nice to do. So if you want to do that, by all means, nobody feel any pressure, because I'll always keep doing this for free. Right. No, not Red Bull. I can't stand Red Bull. That stuff doesn't make me happy. Sing a birthday song, Lord Joseph, please. What? Sing a song to Lucien? Dio wants me to sing a song for Lucien's birthday. I guess I can do that. Maybe in character. I say, happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday, dear Lucien. Happy birthday to me. Marvellous. Here, Clive, have some cake. I'll take that as a thank you. Where is my cake? Doomsbathar, you can't eat cake. Yes, I can. You don't have a mouth. Are you saying the cake is a lie? No, the cake is true. You just can't have any. I'm sorry. Maybe I can code in some virtual cake? Let me just see if I pull this lever. Cake protocol initiated. Marvellous. Enjoy. Oh dear. Oh, thanks for the bits, people cheering. That's very nice. And Jack, thanks for gifting a sub. How lovely. Thanks, guys. You're always very kind and generous. Thank you. You're fabulous too. You're all fabulous. Right. Modding. Ooh. Forgot. See, this is what happens when I rush. I haven't got my laptop. Need to grab my laptop so I can set that up on the side so I can actually see your chat while we're modderizing. So bear with me 1 second. Hello, Enderscram. I'm doing very well, thank you. I was just apologising for being late because I'm a bit rushed because I've been dashing back from the supermarket. But yeah, bear with me 1 second. I'm just going to grab the laptop so I can read what you're saying. Shan't be long. There was a gling while I was gone. Oh, thanks, Valk. You're very kind. No, Mads, I am late. We're supposed to start at 5. I do say 5 o'clock start. So that is my fault. Here we go. And of course, this laptop's going to run out of charge halfway through the stream as well if I'm not careful. Let me just fiddle with that. Sorry, I'm thoroughly unprepared. I do apologise. Stream Manager Twitch, maybe? Is that going to give me the thing? There we go. There we go. A wizard is never late, nor is he early. He arrives precisely when he means to. Glad you love the shirt. Yep, tutorial series, another part coming when I get round to it. I'm super busy with everything all the time, constantly. But, yes, there will be another part. Well, there'll be loads more parts. But I'll try and get the next part done around the weekend or something. No promises, I'll try. Loads of work, loads of stuff, loads of plates to keep spinning. So those of you who are interested, there are 30 seconds left on the hype train. So if you are interested in pushing to level 3, now's the time to get your subs in or whatever. But don't worry about it if you're not fussed. Just letting you know. Although most of you have cute little Lucien faces with Lucien hats, so isn't that nice? See you, Sickly4. Thanks for dropping by. Okay, right. Let's fire up the old creation kit. Oh, I have fired it up, but I need to summon Tiny Lucien, and we can get started on some modding. Oh, thanks for the sub, Valk. There you go. Hype train finished. Some of you get emotes. You are very kind, Valk. And yay, bits. Thank you, words. Train emotes for everyone. Now, Tiny Lucien, where are you? Where are you, buddy? I need you. I need you on the stream. I need you to entertain the good folk of the internet. Choo-choo indeed. Not only chew, but also chew. Here we are. So in an effort to reduce the echo, just out of shot, you can't see it, but I've got a duvet on a clothes horse just over there to try and muffle things. And I've got pillows behind the screen. And I've got more bags on the floor behind me that you can't see. All to try and stop it bouncing back. And it's still echoing, so I need to get like acoustic panels or something to try and sort it all out. But this is the best I can do, so I hope that's okay. Hey Amata, welcome! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, anonymous gifter. A very lovely sub. Thank you very much. Right. Okay. Okie, Koki, diddly dokey. Screen with camera. Here we go. Let's transition that. Ta-da! And here we go. Modding. Lucien and the creation kit. What should we do today? Well, we're still taking more, I'm still taking more requests and stuff. So if you guys have requests for things you'd like me to add to Lucien or you'd like me to change, try not to make it massive. I'm not going to be doing any big questline interactions or anything today, you know, because I don't want to spoil that sort of stuff for you in advance. And we've only got, well, 2 hours and 20 minutes now because I'm late. But yeah, little things, little ideas of things you'd like him to say. Do shoot them at me. Gonna do more combat taunts and stuff. Standing stones keep getting requested. So I'll probably do some of those. Set some of those up because we've got time today to have a crack at that. But anything else that you guys think would be fun? Yeah, Lucien does respond to some different armors that you put on him, but we can add more of those if you've got particular requests. Armor and weapons and stuff. Just looking back through the chat. Oh, thanks, Shirley. Okay, well, if the echo sounds all right to you, and if nobody thinks it's particularly annoying, I can hear it, but I think I'm super paranoid to it now because of being aware of it before and trying to fix it. Oh, actually, hang on. Just want to make sure the focus is right on the camera as well. Give me a sec. Yeah, that looks okay. Yeah, I think we're good. We go like that. Yeah, not out of focus. Like that. No, I'm not out of focus. I'm sort of in the middle. That's fine. Good, we'll go with that. Okay. Back to screen. Yeah, can't comment on giants launching people, I'm afraid, because there's no is giant launching someone function in the creation kit. Yeah, there's a tiny Lucien. Yeah, no, like I say, not going to be doing Dark Brotherhood stuff today, because that is a big job that would take many months, rather than 2 hours and 20 minutes. And the marriage, I'm not familiar with how the in-game marriage mechanic works, so I need to figure that out before I try and do any kind of commentary on that. And again, that will be a bigger thing that I wouldn't really want to spoil in advance. Just looking for little things, little throwaway lines. Oh, Ace has a question. A question you might know the answer for. Those are my favourite kinds of questions. I know you can trigger followers to say stuff when entering certain cells and such, but is there a way to make a specific trigger spot? Like, I wanted my follower to say something about halfway up the 7,000 steps. Is there a way to do that? Yes, of course. So, there are multiple ways to do that, Ace. And it's up to you to decide which one you want to go for, because there's advantages and disadvantages to all of them. The method I find most preferable for doing location-specific lines is to set it up as a line of idle dialogue. So, in fact, let's do that. Let's do that method now to do a standing stone interaction, because I want to do that. Because I want to have one of those. So I'm going to do one for the 3 stones, the Mage Stone, Warrior Stone, and Thief Stone. So let's just try setting that up, and I'll show you how I condition it for that location. So there we go. We'll just do a new one. We'll just copy this one as a base, and then tweak the conditions a smidge, a little smidge. So this line is going to be. Look at these stones. Fascinating. They must be absolutely ancient. So just a little line like that, which is going to be happy. 50. And what we're going to do is we're going to ditch these. Oh, look at the order of these conditions. They're rubbish. I have optimized everything so much since I last implemented these lines. But anyway, so we're going to keep the get random percent. But we got get his ID. That's fine. Get his faction to make sure he's currently recruited. Get, so is sneaking. Make sure he's not currently sneaking. And then what you want to use, if you're still listening, Ace, I think you're still, you haven't said anything else in the meantime, have you? Yep. So for a specific trigger spot, what you want to use is you want to do get distance. Get distance, and you're going to run it on the subject, and then you're going to click on target here, and then what that will allow you to do is then select a specific reference. So you get the list of all the different locations, and you get well, you can also do any, but then so we're going to pick a location. Let's just, for the sake of argument, because I have to cheat here a bit in order to do this, for reasons I'll explain in a sec. But just for now, let's just go with Alftand. And then we're going to do, open up here, Alftand 01, so you can open it in the cell view. If we wait for that to load, bear with it. Right, here we go. So we're in, this is Alftand. Wrong way, this way. Here we go. And we want... Or let's say the thing I'm interested in is this crate here. So I can do select reference in render window, mouse over here so that your little marker turns white, double click, and it fills it out. Except this is done on the mist because it always selects the wrong thing. You've got to be really careful and precise with it. How about that there? Nope, still missed. It's so difficult to aim it, and sometimes it won't even let you do it on particular objects for no reason at all. There we go, we've done the dwarven ingot. Great. So dwarven ingot there. And then you press OK, and then you'd say, is that distance less than? And then you'll have a unit, a distance metric. Now, 128, I believe, is the height of a person, or it might be the height of a giant. I'd have to quickly look it up. Skyrim distance units. Skyrim distance measurement units. Distance units, 128 is the height of a person. So if you want to be near that particular thing, I would go with, say, less than 500. And that's what I'm going to do for the standing stones. So for the standing stones, I'm going to, maybe not 500, maybe more than that. Let's go for, because I want to be quite generous with it, have a good range. I'm going to go for 1,000. So if Lucien's distance, the distance from the speaker to the ingot, is less than 1,000, then it's going to work. But the problem you run into with this is that you can't do it for anything, or rather, so you have to select it in the particular cell, right? You have to click select reference, and then you need to click it in the cell in order to select it. But it's a real pain if you want an exterior cell, if you want like a standing stone, which is outside. How are you going to find the particular cell? Right, you can't click on a particular thing because these are all the interior cells. If you want a standing stone in an outside location, then your only hope is to go up here and to Tamriel, and then navigate across all of Tamriel to try and find it. And it is honestly, it's such a pain. Particularly if you can't remember the specific location it is. So, a much faster method for finding the particular reference you want to do a distance check against is to just leave it blank for now. Or just leave it as anything. So, it doesn't even matter. Just leave it blank. And then what we'll do is we'll come back, oh, it's currently on the player. We'll come back along in SSE Edit afterwards, in Xedit, or whatever, in your editing software, SSE Edit or or TESV Edit, and then fill it in manually there. So you can fill in the reference specifically, which is much easier than trying to find it in the world. So that's one way of doing that. And what this means is it's an idle line. So those are his idle lines of dialogue that he says randomly every 23 seconds. And this is one of those idle lines that he will just say if he happens to be within that radius within 23 seconds. Well, every 23 seconds. So when the 23-second timer goes round, if he happens to be within a 1,000 meter distance of the standing stones, he'll say his thing. Which is fine. And that's one good way to do it. And it is non-intrusive. It doesn't affect the world in any way, which is very handy. So I would suggest going like that. But if you specifically want him to say a line exactly as he goes to a particular area, exactly as he arrives, exactly as he goes through it, then if you want him to do it in a specific location, then what you would do is you would create a scene. So you'd go to scenes in JR Lucien follower or whatever. You'd create a new scene. So these are all the scenes for Lucien's follower interactions. And you'd have your one line of dialogue in that scene. Then you'd create a trigger box, which you can do by pressing this T button. I'm not going to do it because it'll place it in the world and that could create a dirty edit that I'll have to go back and fix. But, oh, what just happened? Oh, thank you so much, Vickle. That's massively generous. Thank you. Really appreciate that. That's lovely. Thank you. A lovely birthday present for Lucien. You are wonderful. Or rather, you're marvellous. So what I was saying is if you get a trigger box, you can place it in the world. On that trigger box, you can have a script, and you can tell that script to start the scene. So when the player enters the trigger box, and you can find all the documentation for how to set up a trigger box on the Creation Kit wiki, there's tutorials for it. To Kingdom Come, you know, there's loads of them. So you'd have a trigger box. When the player enters the trigger box, you could play a script and run a script, and when the script runs, it starts that one scene with that one line of dialogue, and then you're playing that line of dialogue on demand. And that's how you could do it. So those are your two methods. Sorry, that was really long. I hope that made sense to you. I would be inclined to go with the idle method, because if you go with the trigger box method, you're then making a change to the world, which means you're opening up a possibility of conflicting with another mod that wants to edit the same area. So I would find a nice spot in the 7,000 steps and do a distance check. That's what I'd go with. So, hydrate. Right, now I haven't caught up with the chat. So let me just catch up with that. Right, Valk said... Wait, hang on. Sorry, I'll go even further back. Missed stuff. Would it be an easy task to have Lucien interact with Velia and Inigo? Lucien already does interact with Inigo, but only in a small way, because all I can do at the moment is splice lines. I've got to splice Inigo's existing dialogue, which is a very slow and arduous process that I find doesn't actually produce very good results, so I've only got a very limited number of conversations between Lucien and Inigo in there. But they are there. And no, it wouldn't be easy to add more, I'm afraid. And Velia, again, I could start splicing interactions with Velia, but to be honest, I've totally gone off splicing. I just don't think it produces good enough results to be worth doing, so I think it's better to not have interactions than have interactions that aren't immersive. Is it possible to recognise the random encounters like Imperial couple going to the wedding? I don't know. Maybe. I'd have to find out. We already did a comment about Lucien getting a stone in his shoe, Bethany, so a tripping on the rock one might be a bit repetitive, but it's a fun idea. Serpent Stone, yep, definitely learn about the Serpent Stone. So Valk said, Mr. Joseph, since Lucien's mod publication date puts him under the sound of the lady, maybe have him give us a fun comment on that stone. Yeah, sure, I could come up with some kind of meta reference for that. The Apprentice Stone, definitely. A line about the rude and kind of nice those elves in the Radiant Raiment and Solitude are. I don't really know anything about them, to be honest. I don't know if I've ever actually been in the Radiant Raiment. Oh, Enderscram's recording dialogue. That's exciting. New house. I'm in a new apartment from before, from the last Modding Workshop stream, which is very exciting. In a new apartment at uni, which is very lovely. Been setting everything up. Bum 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 bum. But yes, if there isn't anything in the world in that location, you could make a custom item, hide it underground, and have the distance trigger linked to that. Yes, that would work. However, if you did that, you'd be making a change to the world and opening up possibility of conflict again. So I would prefer not to. Try and find a rock or a bit of wind or anything. Try and find anything. There's loads of stuff. There's always clutter. Skyrim is full of clutter. Find a clutter object. I'm sure you can do that. Oh, hey, Watcher. Welcome to the stream. How many lines have I recorded for Lucien since you first released the mod? So Lucien has, I think, coming on for 3,500 lines of dialogue in there now. I can't remember how many were in it when we released. I think we released it. I've actually no idea. There were definitely at least 1,000 when we released, but I can't remember how many it was. Could have been 2,000. I'm not sure. But, yeah. There are 3,500 odd now. Hello, Caleb. Welcome to the stream. Oh, see you, Val. Sorry, you've probably long gone by now. I'm way behind in the chat. Happy anniversary, Desert Jewel. Shiva had a suggestion for Lucien. Maybe if the player managed to take Lucien to all 13 standing stones, in which case he would have comment for each one. He then gives gold and thanks for going to all the trouble to do so. Oh, it's a fun idea. It's a lovely, fun idea, Shiva. Implementation-wise, that's going to be a nightmare. So I'm probably not going to do it. But it's a lovely idea. But that would just be a... How do I script that to have them visitable in any order? It's just going to be a pain. Sorry, I'm probably not going to... It's just too much effort for too little reward. But it is a fun idea. Has anyone mentioned Lucien kind of breaking the fourth wall? Lucien doesn't break the fourth wall, I don't believe. He has a few meta references, but yeah. On the subject of finding things in the Skyrim world space, are you aware that USP has an interactive map? I do vaguely remember it having that, but it does sound very useful. Thanks for the reminder. Hey, Macon! Right. Modding. Got through all the chat. So, standing stones. Standing stones. Stones that stand. Oh, Zooey had a suggestion earlier. Did I miss it? I'm sorry, Zooey. Let me backtrack. Could you imagine if there was another version of me but tiny? Wouldn't that be adorable? It's a fun reference, but I don't know. I don't like having references in there for references' sake. He says, having random Easter eggs for Miracle of Sound and all sorts in there. I would be fun to reference Tiny Lucien in some way, but I think Lucien just randomly coming out with wouldn't it be fun if there was a version of me but tiny, I think would be a step too far. I think that's just a reference for a reference's sake without actually making sense. Like, I know Lucien comes out with random stuff sometimes, but that would be really random. So I think there'd have to be a justification for it, really. Okay. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty, oh valley of plenty, whoa. Toss a coin to your witcher, oh valley of plenty. When a humble bard graced right along with Geralt of Rivia, along came the song. Oh, valley of plenty, oh, valley of plenty, whoa, ho. And we'll have another one for these particular standing stones. Mage, warrior, or thief. Why are you waiting for Elder Scrolls 6? Oh, Vickle, you're back. Yeah, no, weird stream blips. Don't know why. Mage, warrior, or thief? Tough choice. Why can't we be All three. Yeah, so I'll be like I say, player F is just a placeholder at the moment, and I'll go in and replace that with the particular reference of the standing stone in Xedit afterwards. See you, baby built. Right. Do 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 do. What are the other stones? What are the stones? We have the Mage, Warrior, and Thief. So the Lady Stone. Ah, the Lady Stone. I think I was born under this one. I'll be honest. Yeah, you've asked before about Morrowind Watcher. I promise I will play it at some point. I have it. I will play it on a stream. I will. I know it's good, obviously. I heard great things about Morrowind. But I've got so many other things to crack on with at the moment. It's not something that's going to happen soon. But I would love to try it at some point. Comment on the dragons at the top of High Hrothgar after beating the game. That's an idea. Could maybe do that. You wonder why no one has bothered to make a fully voiced dragon companion mod. I'm sure it's not a fact. It's not a matter of bothering. It's that it's really difficult. I don't know how I'd even begin to make a dragon companion. Because you can't exactly use the vanilla AI packages to make a dragon follow you. You'd have to completely develop an entirely new follower package. A whole new follower framework to handle a dragon following you around. I guess maybe you could pinch something from the Odahviing/Durnavir implementations. There might be something you could borrow from that. But it would be very difficult. So that's probably why. That's probably the answer to your question. Where does Lucien show up after you finish the main quest? Near you. Well, wherever you left him, he'll find you. He doesn't have a specific place to show up. He just, when you get back to Skyrim after traveling to Sovngarde, he'll track you down like the courier does. Is there a dragon follower mod called Farlakar? Well, there you go. Someone has done it. So this someone is obviously extremely clever and has come up with a very cunning solution. Ah, the Lady Stone. I think I was born under this one. What does the Lady Stone do? In Solitude, he mentions he can watch the manor. No, he doesn't say. Sorry, yeah, no, it's just a line. It's just a throwaway line. It's not meant to imply there's some kind of secret manor watching functionality. People ask about this sometimes. He was literally just making a joke about how he'd like to pinch a house from you. You know, he was just offering to if you buy him a house, you know, because it's a posh house. That's all. It's just a joke. I've not implemented some kind of secret housecarl function. 25% boost to health and stamina regeneration rates. Can I do anything with that? Let's just say I think it gets my vote. Does Lucien have unique combat lines for fighting Alduin? Yes, he does. For the one time you can fight him in Skyrim, he has lines for that fight, I believe. But he doesn't have lines for the Sovereign Guard fight, because obviously Lucien can't come with you to Sovereign Guard. Czech has tea. I'm very glad. Tea is a wonderful thing to have. Oh, the Lady Stone probably would be capitalized. Come to think of it, they're all capitalized, aren't they? So I'll go back and... Now, I'm not doing follower interactions today. That's a tricky thing to set up. Bit more than I'm able to do just in a stream like this, I think. Now we have the Serpent. That's one. That's one I remember. The Serpent Stone. Eh? Sounds somewhat sneaky and slightly slippery. There you go, that's classic Lucien nonsense. Sounds somewhat sneaky and slightly slippery. And we're just going to save there so we don't lose anything. And then we'll go back in and set up some more. No bouncing off walls. Bouncing off walls hurts. Unless they're bouncy walls. Oh, hang on. Did I do the... Why did I do them in that order? Oh well. Okay. Hello, Panther Brain! Panther Brain, thinks whatever a panther can. Can he swing from a web? No, because that would be a really bizarre power for a panther. Look out! Here comes the Panther Brain. What you up to? What I'm up to is doing Lucien interactions for the Standing Stones by popular request. Right. Lady, Serpent, Mage, Warrior, Thief. Apprentice. The Apprentice Stone. Sounds like it suit me. They don't seem to... These things don't seem to work for me. Although, me like they do for you, though. Bum, 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 bum. Bum 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 chicka bum 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 chicka bum 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 ba ba da ba da ba doo ba da ba da ba dee da ba da ba dee da ba da ba doo. That was almost a Christmas song there. Careful, Joseph. It's not Christmas yet. The steed. Yes, I like that line check. The lore goes that the steed stone, or the lore says that the steed stone will help you carry greater burdens. So, you know, perhaps you could grab that and stop using me as a pack horse. What was Inigo's method? I don't actually know how Inigo does this. When you say you stole Inigo's method, Panther Brain, what did you do? And also, what was your follower mod? Do mules not exist yet? No, I just thought I'd go with horse. No reason not to say mule, I just thought horse sounded more Lucien. Pack horse. He already sings, so there once was a pack horse named Lucien Flavius. So I don't know, it's sort of consistent, isn't it? All day long I'd biddy biddy bum if I were a wealthy man. Wouldn't have to work hard, fiddle diddle 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 dum. If I were a bitty bitty rich, digga digga wealthy man. Okay. Yeah, he only says that if you've given him enough to carry. If you've filled up his carry weight to, like, I can't remember what the limit is, but there's a limit. You know, if his carry weight, if he's almost that max carry weight, sometimes when you trade things with him, he will sing that to you. Yes. Stop pinging. Shush. Silent mode. Okay. Standing stones, because I can't remember the rest of them. Atronach. The Atronach stone. Atronach stone. Sounds. Wait, what are the other ones? Sounds a bit Daedric to me. Not sure if I'd trust that one myself. Do 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 da da do ba da ba la ba. Oh, I've got you. Oops, not that one. Under my skin. Oh, I've got you. Deep in the heart of me. The Lord Stone, so deep in my heart that you're really a part of me. Oh, I've got you under my skin. Is there any way for you to eventually give Lucien his own loot system so when I do give him as my pack mule, he doesn't just put on everything random? So some follower mods do that. Velia does that. I think Sophia does that, where they have separate inventories, they can carry things for you, and I've never really liked it, to be honest. It's just, I find it a bit overcomplicated. Giving them multiple inventories, and then there's no law reason why that would allow them to carry twice as much stuff as well. I like to stick with things being fairly vanilla in the way that they actually work. I like to think of Lucien as kind of being a vanilla plus follower, in that he's obviously got loads more functionality than vanilla has, but he tries to keep a vanilla feel. So I've never really been keen on doing a separate inventory from him myself. And also, the fact is, if you gave him a really nice sword, he's gonna use it. You know, he's not the sort of person who'd be like, oh, they asked me not to use this sword, so I won't use it. It's like, in a pinch, if he's under attack, he's gonna use the nice sword. He's gonna put on the posh armor. He's gonna keep himself safe. Because ultimately, he's not there to carry your stuff. He's there to go on an adventure with you. He isn't your pack horse. So if you're giving him things, when you're trading with him, you are trading with him. You're giving him something to use. He's not signed up to be your pack horse. Oh, each stone has its own location, does it? Okay. I guess I could condition it by location then instead of by distance. That's probably easier. Thanks for letting me know. Let me have a look. Get in current location. Current location. What would it be? Standing stone? Apprentice stone location? No. What are they called? They're probably not called standing stones in the creation kit, are they? No, that's DLC. Doomstone! Doomstone Guardian Apprentice. Right, that's probably an easier implementation then. Thanks for letting me know. Sorry, Cyborg Puppet, you want Lucien to shout your name every 2 seconds. I'm not entirely sure that wouldn't be annoying. So yeah, Doomstone, right. Lordstone, Doomstone, Lord location. We'll do that instead of the distance check. Easy peasy. That works. That saves time. Oh, and I'll copy and paste that one, I think. Get in current location, copy condition. Paste condition. Doomstone. I like the sound of Doomstone more. I think it sounds dramatic. The Doomstone. I like that sort of old school meaning of doom as well. You know, what it meant when Tolkien originally used the word doom, because doom originally wasn't necessarily an evil thing. Doom just meant fate, destiny. Your doom was what lay ahead of you. Which is why Mount Doom was more like Mount Destiny. But sort of because of that, I think mainly from Mount Doom and then Doctor Doom, you know, it has this association with evil things over time. But I like that old school meaning of it, which is why Doomstone is called this, I believe. No, I didn't ask you anything, Panther Brain. I was just saying thanks for letting me know about the location implementation, because I'm just pinching that now then. Because it seems easier than doing a distance check. Oops. Didn't change that one. Dr. Doom and Dr. Fate are not the same guy. They are very different guys. Serpent. Serpent. The Serpent Stone. There's an idea. Snake with a lisp. Hiss. I don't know where that would go as a sketch. That'd be a very short sketch. Snake comes up, goes hiss. Sketch ends, credits roll. Play a laugh track. Be a rather debilitating condition, I think. Oh, and I forgot to change the location again. Now, what is this? This is Doomsday. Oh, hang on. Mage, Warrior, and Thief are all different locations. So will all of them, because I don't know what the implementation is, so... Mage. Thief. Maybe they were originally planned on being in separate locations and then they changed their mind and put them all together. Warrior. I don't suppose you remember, Panther Brain, how this works for them. Anyway, we'll do that again for this one. Is there any way you can have a follower avoid certain areas or drop certain items? No, you can't make them avoid certain areas. You can make them drop certain items very easily because you can just do a script to say remove item. And then spawn it at the character's feet. You'd have to have something to trigger the script though. So you could either... The way I do it, because I have Lucien, Lucien will return Umbra to you. If you give him Umbra from the Creation Club, he will give that back to you. He'll refuse to have it. And the way that is the next time you talk to him, he'll have blocking dialogue to give it back to you. So you could do that if you don't mind them having the item for a short period of time until you want them to give it back to you. If you want them to just drop it, you'd have to poll for it, and that sounds script intensive. So you'd have to have something to trigger the script. Anyway, we'll test this, and if this implementation doesn't work in a way that I'm satisfied with, then I will change it to a distance check on the stone itself, the way we were originally planning. Thief. Tiny Lucien is not a spider. Right. That's done. So, Lordstone. The Lordstone, I say. What does it do? Those under the sign of the Lord are more resistant to both magicka and physical damage. I barely ever use these. I pick, like, Mage Stone and leave it at that. Just straight out the bat, Mage Stone, job done. Never think about Standing Stones again. So I'm not very familiar with the nuances of what they all do. Okay, Mage Stone. Sorry, Lordstone. That's what we're doing at the moment. The Lordstone. The Lordstone sounds a bit fancy. Might as well call it... Oops, PC is running out of battery. The King Stone. Might as well call it the King Stone. Or the bestest stone ever. I'm skeptical. Skeptical! K or C? What do we think? Let's Google it. Skeptical? With a K. K it is. Otherwise it would be septical. Save. Skeptic with a K is preferred in American and Canadian English. Septic with a C is preferred in the main varieties of English from outside North America. Right, so it would be with a C in the UK, but Skyrim uses American English, so we go with the K. Right. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 ba da da bum. Ba da 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 dum da dum da dum 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 da 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 do da 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 do do da 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 ba bum ba ba dum. Da, 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 da. The Lord Stone, so now the Lover Stone. I say, the Lover Stone. Sounds... interesting. You, I mean. Not me. Not that I. That is. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-dum. Diddle-diddle-diddle. See you, Enderscram. Thanks for dropping by. Been lovely having you here. Ooh, yes, right, laptop battery. Just need to grab a charger for that. And you know what? I might grab myself a cup of tea. If you guys can bear with me for a 5-minute break, and I can also take a moment to try and see if I can figure out if there's anything I can do to stop the stream dropping out. Yeah, back in 5. Hello, I'm back. And I now have tea, which is a definite improvement in my new mug, which you probably can't see with the focus. I don't know. Does it show up? There we go. Probably sort of see it there like that. Marvellous. No anarchy here at all? Good, glad to hear it. Right. Okay, onwards with the modding. It's the MODDING. That's how we spell it. So, what do we get through? The Lord, the Lover, the Mage, the Ritual Stone. I don't like the look of this Ritual Stone. It feels cold. Please, let's go anywhere else. Well, if you want one of these shirts or one of these mugs or one of those posters, look how much merch we can get into one shot. I should get the pillow as well and put it like there. But yeah, if you want one of this, it's all on Redbubble and Teespring, which is linked underneath the stream. Oh, is that Inigo's quote? Oh, I love that. I've never heard him say that. The Ritual Stone doesn't do anything. Nothing at all. Let us move along now. Do not touch it. Honestly, it is broken. Yeah, the pillow doesn't fit on the shelf. I tried. It's too big. It looks funny. Panther Brain, are you to do with Inigo? In some way? Were you involved in his development? What's the artwork on the wall? The artwork on the wall is the poster, is the Lucien and Doomswithar poster that Valk was kind enough to gift me, which is very lovely. Don't like the look of this ritual stone. It feels cold. Please, let's go anywhere else. Yeah, that works. Literally. No, we'll leave it at that. Let's go anywhere else. Oh, and of course, we don't want lover. We want... Where is it? Ritual! Equals 1. Ah, I see, right. Life does get busy, doesn't it? Very nice of you to say, though. I'm glad you love Lucien. Ritual stone. We did serpent. The shadow stone. They say the shadow stone can make you see the shadow stone can hide you from sight. Sounds useful, but dangerous. How many others have touched it recently? We could already be surrounded. Fear. 20. Hello, Novablade! Yeah, Inigo is, as a modding resource as much as a mod, fantastic. Because it's a gold standard for implementation and sort of how these things should be done. And if you open him up in the creation kit or in Xedit and have a look, it's an absolute education. You know, it's an eye-opener. You can see it, and he's so thorough in the way everything's put together and designed. You can see really clearly how it all works. It's quite easy to reverse engineer, kind of, in that it's just very well put together. So it's a great resource if you're interested in making a follow-up mod of your own. Never copy anything. Don't pinch anything from Inigo. But looking at other mods, you know, if you want to know how things work so you can create similar things for yourself so you can learn, I can't recommend another mod more highly than Inigo as a source of knowledge, of information, you know, of a gold standard to try and follow. Hey, Imagination Gamer! What's Toonfest? Shadow location. The shadow. The Doomstone shadow. It's not enough that it's a Doomstone, it's a shadow Doomstone. The Doomstone of darkness. Embrace the dark side, young Master Skywalker.
Give in to your hatred.
Sorry, don't know what happened there. Steed, thief, right, we've just got tower left to do. The Tower Stone. What's the story behind that one?
Join the dark side. We have sweet rolls.
Is there a lore page for this? No. I just wondered if it was anything to do with the towers with a capital T. Shout out from Zooey to the dark side of the Force. Hey, Eva 3311. Welcome. Welcome, 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 welcome. Okay, so what does it do? What does the Tower Stone do? It makes you... lets you unlock things. Well, that doesn't make any sense, but okay. Greetings from Icelandic voice actor. Hello, Icelandic voice actor. Greetings to you too. I pinched quite a few concepts. I really liked how he asked you how to pronounce Chaurus/Chorus and then changed his pronunciation based on the response from then on. Yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Has things like that set up to only fire after a bunch of other conversations taking place, which is too much legwork for me. Yeah. Okay, so there's follower mods, and there's basic follower mods, and then there's medium-sized follower mods, and then there's advanced follower mods, which is kind of where I try to make Lucien be. And then in a whole other category, you've got Inigo. Like, don't aim for Inigo. If you're making a follower mod, do not aim to recreate anything that Gary's done on anywhere near the scale that Gary's achieved it. Like, because you just can't. You know, if I set out to try and compete with Inigo, I would never succeed or finish or get anywhere near. You know, the man has 7,000 lines of dialogue in the mod. And then that's not even beginning on what V3 is going to have. You know, with so much stuff in there. You're never going to get there. So, don't be intimidated by looking at what Gary's achieved, because that's just an unachievable standard. But, the smallest possible follower mod is 6 lines. You need 6 lines of dialogue. You need the recruitment, the dismissal, trading, do something, wait here, follow me. You need those 6 lines and you're away. You've got a follower mod. Alternatively, you could have 7,000, you know, but it's a complete sliding scale. And anything from... if you can manage to get more than 500 lines in there, you've got a really solid follower mod that's, you know, releasable. If you can get more than 1,000 lines in there, then you're up there with a lot of the major big ones. And anything above that, you're getting into the territory of the higher up, more advanced follower mods, whatever. But, you know, if you make a big enough splash if you've got 1,000, just no one ever try and aim for Inigo, or you're setting yourself up to fail. Oh, well, that's really nice to hear. The reality is Lucien is still less than half the size of Inigo. You know, I try my best. I try my best to, and I follow a lot of Gary's standards, you know. I love his sense of quality and the immersion that Inigo has in there, how professional it feels. And I try and emulate that with Lucien. I try and make it feel as close to that standard as I can. But in terms of scope, with the best will in the world, Gary had... what was it, 2013? 5 years head start on me. So it's a lot of catching up to do, and he works at a faster rate than I do, so I'm never going to catch him in terms of numbers of lines. So Inigo will always be bigger by a long way. But that's just the way it is. I'll keep cracking on with Lucien, though. I'll keep plugging away. I'll keep trying to make him as good as I possibly can. He'll never be done. I'll always keep adding to him. So rest assured, Lucien's not going anywhere. He's going to keep expanding forever. Well, until Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, and then we'll have to look at what we can do for that. Okay, where did we get to? The Tower Stone. They say the Tower Stone helps you pick locks. which makes loads of sense. Everyone knows tall buildings are master thieves. Right. That'll do. Are we recording today? No, we're not going to be recording today, I don't think. We're writing today. We might record next week. I will try and bring, without wanting to spoil anything or confirm anything or promise anything, if Elder Scrolls 6, and I always say this in the streams, if Elder Scrolls 6 doesn't have a voiced player character, so if it's an unvoiced player character, then I will try and bring Lucien to Elder Scrolls 6 in some form. Whether it's a descendant with the same name or some kind of time travel shenanigans or whatever, I would like to bring the character to it in some form. If it has a voiced player character, so I would have to splice every conversation between the player and Lucien, then I won't be able to do that. I just will not be able to achieve the level of complexity that I have with this. You know, it will be incredibly basic and it wouldn't be worth doing. So the ball is in Bethesda's court, depending on what they choose to do. I don't think they will do a voiced player character. I think that would be a bad decision, and I think I would be surprised if they made that decision, because there are so many races of the Elder Scrolls and different genders, different races, different ages, you know, all different things you can be. It would cost them a fortune in voice actors to fill them all. But, you know, if they did make that choice, I don't see how I could make a follower mod for it, but I don't think they will, so I think it'll be fine. So therefore, I think it's safe to be excited about the idea that when Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, I'll try and bring Lucien there with you in some way. Never feed a slaughterfish your lunch, they'll not be they'll not be satisfied. Sorry, I messed up the delivery of that, but yeah, that's amazing. Hey, a most sovereign lady, welcome. Oh, that's very kind of you to say. Thank you. Yeah, of course, it could be 3 to 10 years later. It could be the next year. It could be at the same time. It could be a prequel. We don't know anything about the Elder Scrolls 6. We don't even know where it's set. We just know it's got mountains in it. So... we'll see. I'll just have to adapt when we find out more information. I'll try and write the best thing I can. Right, we've done these standing stones. They're nailed, so I just need to record them and we're done with those. So, something else. We've got an hour left. Easy ideas. I want really easy, quick one-liners, people, of things you want Lucien to comment on. Easy stuff, not complicated stuff. I'm not making quests. I'm not adding new NPCs or anything. I'm not doing mod interactions. I just want one-off zooms. Any thoughts? Cute things. Cool things. Funny things. That are one line and done. More comments on the player's race. We could do that. Or inventory comments. Can do that as well, but we've got to be more specific. Specific items in the inventory to comment on. How about when Lucien is invisible through a mod? It's an easy check. Yeah, I can do that. It's just, how am I going to do that in a way that is original, that doesn't copy what Inigo did? Let's see. I can do it. Dragon aspect, I like that. I like the idea of dragon aspect. What lines does he have about the D&D game, or does he have any? Okay, so there aren't any in there yet. I'd like to have some in there. I don't know whether they'll be in there for the next update or not, because there's time. You know, I want to get this update out as soon as possible. There might be some in there. If there are, I'm not going to spoil them. So if there are, you won't see them until it actually comes out. Okay, loads of ideas being shot at me. That's great. Okay, brilliant. So, player's race, we have comments on. I'll be honest, I struggle to think of things to say about the player's race, really. You know, I've got a line about being cold and wishing he was a Nord. If the player Nord like the player. I've got a line about orcs. I can't remember what else I've got, to be honest. I can't remember. Where does this line play? Just in inns. I don't think I've ever actually heard. Oh, this is if you're sitting down and the player is sitting down. If you are sitting down, if Lucien is sitting down and the player is sitting down, you're sitting near each other and you're in an inn, then Lucien has a chance of saying, I once got into a fight with an orc in a place like this. Well, I say a fight. I made a regrettable comment about his face and he hit me. Good times. Lucien getting in fights. Well, like you said, no, not in fights. Okay. Yeah, there's loads of things about stuff in your and his inventory. There is loads. We've got to be more specific if we want to add specific stuff about that, though, because you could have anything in your inventory. I just want to try and find the racial comments, which sounds a bit weird. I don't mean it like that. The comments on the player's race, which are somewhere in here. Quite where? Somewhere in here. Look at all this drivel. Such nonsense lines. It's all nonsense, but it's good nonsense and we love it. I just can't believe I've written this much prattle. Where are we? I can't see any. I swear I did do some. But I'll be honest, I am looking through thousands of lines, so I don't know. I like to try and sort these things so they're close to the similar ones are close together, but I can't see. Unless they were hellos. Oh yeah, there's a breathing underwater must come in handy for Argonians if you're swimming. Oh yeah, and it's in weather like this I wish it was Nord like you, and there's a Khajiit one. Right, okay. There's lines. Ha, Jacta is exactly right, yes. Dwemakog, I have trouble keeping my follower sitting for some reason. I can command her to sit, but she stands up when I exit out of command mode. Very annoying. Do you have a sandbox function on her for when she's waiting? Because if you have that, we have this with Lucien. If you tell him to relax when he's waiting, then that means if you tell him to sit, he immediately stands up because he starts sandboxing and goes to interact with another thing. So if you've got one of those going, that could be what's causing it. I don't know how complex your follower is. Which pet followers does he talk to? I assume the Dawnguard Huskies will be happening with the Dawnguard update. Very few. He has a comment on the Dwarven Armoured Mud Crab. He's got a scene with Vigilance and a couple of comments about him. He's got 1 or 2 comments about Miko. I think that's it for the moment. Yeah, Daedric items will be in their own quests. I bet it's the sandbox package to Emacog, because that's exactly what causes it for Lucien. No, Lucien already makes the eat me joke to Ori. Can't just use the same joke twice. Okay, right. But we can do another thing. But what? What are the races? Dark Elves, Solstheim. That works. Get is race. Thanks for the follow, Kawaii Noi Uwu. Get is race. Dark elf race or dark elf race? Vampire. Oopsie daisy. Don't have get current time, and we want to get in world space DLC 2 Solstein World. Any comments on armor he's wearing? Yes, he does have some comments on armor he's wearing, but we probably need more specific than that, you know. Does Lucien have a favourite food / drink? Yes, sweet rolls. He loves sweet rolls, and he's also a big fan of a nicely aged cheese. He likes flowers, but I wouldn't say he has a favourite flower. He likes pretty things, though. You must feel right at home. You must feel rather at home here, I expect. That's all it needs to be. Just needs to be a subtle little one-off thing. Doesn't need to be anything deep or meaningful. Flag it with random ends so I remember I need to voice it. Is there a flag on armor that signals whether or not it was made by the player? No, there is not. Sorry. Fun idea, though. What else have we got? Dark elves, wood elves. Don't know what I can say about that, really. Outma. What can you say? What can you just say about someone's, you know, that's vaguely relevant and not random? Like, it makes sense to comment about Nord being cold. You can't just say, look, you're an Altma. Isn't that great? You know. And you can't just... And I can't say, why are you so tall? Because what if they're short? You know? The player could have chosen to make them as short. Altma. I can't tell that. No, I'm not going to do anything to do with Dark Brotherhood today. Altma are tall unless the player decides to make an Altma who's short. You can adjust height with mods. You know, there's all sorts of different ways you could make the... I want to allow... I don't want to make assumptions about the player character because people are very protective over their player characters. Rightly so. You create a character, you decide things about them. You can't... You don't want to start making assumptions about them that might not be true. Even if it's just in their headcanon. Even if they are normal height in the game, they might be headcanoning that they're short. You know, you've got to allow that sort of thing. Got to respect it. Exactly, like Abel. That's exactly who I'm thinking of, Shiva. Will I try, Rebecca? It's important to let people roleplay and have their own interpretations and create their own stories, rather than trying to force one on them, you know. Oh! I do miss Cyrodiil sometimes. don't you? If the player is an Imperial. Imperial race equals 1. Or Imperial race vampire. But what if the player's never been to Cyrodiil? Yeah, well, I guess if they're Imperial, doesn't that mean they're from Cyrodiil? But then I guess you could be an Imperial who's born outside of Cyrodiil. Yeah, it's a fair point. It's a fair point. They could have been born outside of Cyrodiil. So we can't really have that line. What can I say about an Imperial that has to be true just by way of being an Imperial? You see, it's one thing for me to say you must feel at home here in Solstheim, because that's not making any assumptions, but to assume that they're from Cyrodiil doesn't work. Oh, Watcher, you've got a Lucien helmet on your badge because you're now a subscriber for 2 months rather than 1. So you get a little helmet. What can we say? What can we say? It's got to be Imperial specific. So asking if he's ever been to Cyrodiil doesn't work either. Well, that would just work for any player, you know. It's all right to share the Inigo comments, Panther Brain. Sorry, I'm not bothered by them at all. Feel free to share them. And of course, the player could be playing an Imperial who fights for the Stormcloaks. So it gets, we can't even talk about the Empire necessarily. I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything that works. Generally, just something to say. Apart from, I guess, saying... No. Oh, I know. We make quite the team, you know. 2 Imperials against the world. That'll do, and that I can condition based on friendship. Get VM quest variable. JR Lucien follower. Approval. Greater than or equal to 75. There we go. Nailed it. Look at us, an Imperial and a Khajiit bringing order to the land side by side. We are a credit to civilization. Hello, Shadow Force 1997. Welcome. An excellent year to be born, I must say, if that is indeed the year you were born, which I'm assuming because it's 1997. Is there any way you can classify a character as 2 races? No, I'm afraid not. Your audio is way distorted. Is anyone else's audio distorted? Normally audio we can rely on, can't we? Or is that starting to let us down too? Try refreshing if it's just you. Thanks for the follow, RPG Hamster. No, I'm just saying it's cool because I was born in 1997 too. This is why it's a good age to be. Have you ever thought about making dialogue for the player character and Lucien where the player gets to tell Lucien about themselves? I don't like that personally because I don't like putting words in the player's mouth. If I give the player an option of like 6 different things to say about themselves and none of them are true for the player, or none of them are written in the way that the player might say them, then it doesn't work. You know, it breaks the immersion. All of the vanilla player dialogue is extremely careful to be very short. They keep it very short, concise, to the point, with no characterization. To keep it flexible, to let you create your own character and headcanon your own thing. The moment you start making your player say long things, like telling them information, then you start constraining the character and causing, breaking their immersion. So you want to be very careful not to put the player into a box, which is why I've always been reluctant to add kind of opportunities for the player to tell Lucien about themselves, because I have to make sure I cover all the options if that's the case, which means it can't be anything really specific, so it becomes tricky. But yeah, this would work for, I guess, all the races. Oh, I need to actually condition it, though. Because the player is raised. Oh, no, it is conditioned. Yeah. I guess we could do multiple variants of this for different races. Da, 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 da. I think I already have a line about Nordic ruins if you're a Nord. Shiva? I think that's already in there somewhere. I probably won't be able to find it now, but I'm pretty sure there is one that he makes some kind of comment about your ancestors. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, the Akavir being snake people isn't really true anymore. The canon's kind of if you look up, you know, Elder Scrolls Online really portrays them as humanoid, as sort of samurai things. So they're not really snake people. An Imperial chap and a marvelous cat against the world. Khajiit. Oh, the Khajiit. Greetings. This one's name is Jacuzzi. Jacuzzi is lover, not fighter. What would you have this one do? Does Lucien have any opinion of the Civil War in Skyrim? Yes, he does, but he doesn't have anything in the game yet. However, he does have very strong opinions about it, and that'll be a whole thing in future updates, but it's not in there yet. Yeah, it would have to be extremely simple ones, Watcher, so it'd be like, do you have parents? Yes. Or no. Or I don't know. You know, it doesn't give much scope for conversation. I can't really have them say, yes, my parents are from, or yes, my parents are, or anything like that. You like my Khajiit voice? Good! I'm not very good at it, but I try. Is Lucien going to look down on you if you side with the Stormcloaks? Well, Lucien's mother is canonically an Imperial soldier. She's a captain in the Imperial Legion, and Lucien is a staunch Imperial, so he's never going to side with you in killing other Imperials, because that just wouldn't fit his character at all. So whatever solution is implemented would have to prevent him from fighting with you during Stormcloak quests. A song request from Von Hevering for any song you want. Wow, that's a lot of scope. Let me see what I can find. What's been in my head lately? There may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the music and dance. Let's face the music and dance before the fiddlers have fled. Before they ask us to pay the bill, and while we still have that chance. Making it up a bit there. Let's face the music and dance. Let's face the music. Let's face the music. Let's face the music and dance. I'm skipping ahead. Conducting it didn't really work. Forget that one. Let's try a different one because there's only a short amount. I just Googled Frank Sinatra and I don't really know enough of it, and it doesn't work without a backing track. Let's forget that. That was awkward. Oh, I like this one. I sang this one a while ago on stream, but home is behind, the world ahead, and there are many paths to tread, through shadow to the edge of night, until the stars are all alight. Mist and shadow, cloud and shade, all shall fade, all shall fade. There we go, that one went a bit better. I like that song. It's short, but it's very pretty. Thank you. Oh, I missed a song request from Enderscram as well. Is Enderscram still here? Are you still here, Enderscram? Hydrate. I think Enderscram might have gone. Right. Okay, what are the other races? Oh, there's so many. This take ages. Orc race. Let's do orcs. Look to the stars, for one day soon the dawn will come. A mighty orc and a handsome young imperial against the world. The night is long, and the path is dark. Look to the sky, the dawn will come. Bum bum bada bum 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 bum. Dee 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 da 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 dum. Look to the sky, the dawn will come. And the path is dark. Look to the stars, for one day soon the dawn will come. Hit me with some Les Mis. What from Les Mis? What have we got from Les Mis? What's from Les Mis? That's good. Oh, I know. There, out in the darkness, a fugitive running, fallen from God. Bit low. Fallen from grace. God be my witness, I never shall yield, till we come face to face. Till we come face to face. He knows his way in the dark, but mine is the way of the Lord. Those who follow the path of the righteous shall have their reward. And if they fall as Lucifer fell, the flames, the sword, stars, in your multitudes, scarce to be counted, filling the darkness with order and light. You are the sentinels, silent and sure, keeping watch in the night, keeping watch in the night. You know your place in the sky, you hold your course and your aim, and each in your season returns and returns, and is ever the same. And if you fall as Lucifer fell, you fall in flame. And so it must be, for so it is written on the doorway to paradise. Those who falter and those who fall must pay the price. And then there's an instrumental, something about Lord, let me find him, safe behind bars. I will never rest, this I swear. And then there's more stuff. This I swear by the stars. Bum 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 bum. Da 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 dum 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 da. Music, crash, singing. Possibly jump up an octave if you can, but I can't. Ta-da! Some singing. Right, screen with camera, modding. Breton race vampire was what I wanted. Hydrate, thank you. Oh, more song requests. This is turning into a singing stream rather than a modding stream. Hang on. I don't really know this song very well. On my own, pretending he's beside me. All alone, I walk with him till morning. Without him, I feel his arms around me, and when I lose my way, I close my eyes, and he has found me. In the rain, the pavement shines like silver. All the lights are misty in the river. In the darkness, the trees are full of starlight, and all I see is him and me forever and forever. Can't remember the next bit. Something about I know it's only my mind and talking to myself, not to him, and all I know is he's blind. I love him, but when the night is over, he is gone. The river's just a river. Without him, the world around me changes. The trees are bare and everywhere the streets are full of strangers. I love him, but every day I'm learning. All my life I've only been pretending. Without me, his world will go on turning, a world that's full of happiness that I have never known. I love him. I love him. I love him, but only on my own. Music. See, all of this would be better if I could get a little, like, keyboard or something. And then I could have piano accompaniment, because I can't use the real backing track, because then I get copyright struck, which is bad. But if I had, like, a little piano, just so I could do some basic chords just to fill out the background, that would be nice. So maybe I'll do that. Not a real piano, but, like, a little keyboard thing. So I could just tinkle a bit, like a little bit of blinky blonky blonk. That might make it better. I don't know. Because we can't do a cappella forever, because it sort of works, but it doesn't quite make the sound that you want, I don't think. But anyway, hope you enjoyed. I've never sung that before. Glad you liked it. Nuna Wales. Oh dear. Right. Oh, don't worry about that, Ninja. The one we had before wasn't a copyright strike. That was a copyright claim. We do get copyright claims. But copyright claims don't count against your channel. It's fine. It just means we have to mute a section of the VOD. Luckily, I've never been copyright struck. But I wouldn't want to tempt fate with that one. No, singing is fine. I can sing as much as I like. I just can't play original music. I can't play the backing track. If I sing over a karaoke track, I get copyright struck or copyright claimed, depending on how mean they feel. But if I'm singing a cappella, I'm fine. And if I were playing my own piano bit, I'm generally fine, but they might decide to copyright claim that, depending on whether... But it won't set off the automatic alarm. They'd have to do that manually. Okay, a copyright claim is when you get... There's no repercussions against your channel. All that happens is a section of your video you must either mute the section of the video that they tell you to mute, or you let them advertise on your video. So I'm not allowed to then profit from the video anymore. I can't run my adverts. Instead, they put their adverts. Whoever owns the song puts their adverts on it, and they take all the money. That's one solution. That's the copyright claim, and you can get as many copyright claims as you like. That's fine. It's annoying. I don't like having to mute sections of VODs, or having other people's ads on it. The other one is a copyright strike, and a copyright strike is where they decide that I don't really know what makes them decide that something's serious enough to be a strike, not a claim. It's really if you've stolen content, I understand, is the gist of the strike. So if you've actually just taken someone else's video and used it in yours, or taken a bit of a music video and used it in yours, or whatever. And if you get a strike, then you get, if you're struck, then you can only have 3 copyright strikes on your channel and your whole channel gets deleted. If you get 1 copyright strike, it means you're ineligible for monetization. Now, luckily, I've already monetized my channel, so getting struck wouldn't stop me being monetized. It would just put me on pause for monetization for like a week or something. But yeah, if you get 3 strikes, then you're out. So we don't want strikes. Luckily, I haven't had any, so that's good. Treats for Grey is still there, but you can't use it. It's locked at the moment. It's on pause. I need to figure out what to do with that. Yeah, well, you're right. We could FaceTime home and do things like that. Possibly. Maybe. There are options to consider. I'll try and do something to keep Grey still involved in the future. Luna Wales, a good name for a band. Lucien on lead vocal, Inigo on lead guitar, Velia on bass, and Kaiden on drums. That would be an amazing band, and I would be honoured to be part of that. Alas, it's extremely unlikely that we could ever do that, but yeah. Watch a redeemed emote-only chat. You guys are on emote-only chat for 5 minutes. Enjoy. Use those emotes that you've earned. Spam them. Spam me. Show me your best emotes. Look at them all. Here they come. Right, what were we doing? Races. Breton. Okay. Elves. Elves. So many elves. A wood elf. And an imperial against the world. Ah, don't use pack data. Don't even know what that one actually means. Wood elf race. On my own, pretending he's beside me. On my own. Imperial against the world. Not what Mother would have expected. Oh, except I spelled Altma wrong. Look at all the emotes. There are so many. Redguard, Argonian, thank you. Yes. You can do it in Xedit. Dwemer if you open up Xedit, delete the files that were dependent on the master, and then go to masters, to your master list in Xedit, and just right click on it and click delete. You can delete the master dependency. It's perfectly doable. Don't worry. Right, I missed out on some reward requests. So yeah, we have the shout out from Zoe. Can I write text here? Watcher says, all I have to say is trans right, y'all. Nuna says, shout out to Ninja Cheddar Biscuits, who continues to do a heckin' good right and friend. And Ninja says, shout out to Nuna for being a heckin' good friend and doing the best right. And I tried to capture the fact that that was all in capital letters there, so I hope that worked. No worries, Dwemer. I hope you figure it out. Right. An awesome Argonian and an incredible Imperial against the world. Oh, that's nice, Bard. I'm sorry you've had a bad week. Argonian race equals 1. Argonian race vampire equals 1. Oh, we're going to save now before we lose it. Amata, your power went out. Oh no, I'm so sorry. You missed some songs. And a lot of drivel. And of course, all of these currently have too high a probability because this will play a lot. So I'm going to reduce the probability. Get random percent is going to be down to less than 5%. So that this doesn't become repetitive. We should add a save button, actually. That's a good idea, but it only works on these streams. Shout out from on the morning workshop streams. I mean, shout out from Zooey to Bard of Forgia or Foya. I never remember how to say it. Shout out to Bowie. Oh, what am I doing? Turn it off and on again. Zoom. Zoom. Bum 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 bum. Right. Shout out to Bard of Forgia for being awesome with a purple heart from Zooey. There we go. Right. I did it. Oh, yay, I'm glad it worked, Wemmer. You did that very quickly. Great work. Watcher has shout out to her. Watcher says, hang on. Watcher says, shout out to my cat, Big Chunky. He's stupid and I love him. That's a shout out to you, Big Chunky. You are loved. Also, shout out to Zooey for making Nuna a Narusa emoji. Hello, Sacrilicious. Welcome to the stream. I'm afraid there are only 10 minutes left, but I hope to make them entertaining. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-da. Ba-ba-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Shout out from Bard of Forgia to shout out to all the JR server / channel regulars for being a sweet and wholesome community. And shout out from Nuna to everyone for being great! They taste great! Shout out from Amata to Gandalf, their service puppet in training, for being a very good boy. Gandalf, you're a good boy. So hang on, we had Argonians, and now we need, what was the last one? Red Guards. I like this alliterative thing we've got going now. We haven't done for all of them, but a resplendent, rather good. What begins with R? R. That's an adjective that's positive for Red Guard. Rambunctious? No, not that. Rascal? No. Ridiculous? No. Rollicking? No. Radiant? A radiant? I don't know. Radiant. Ravishing? No, that has all sorts of connotations we don't like. Oh, heck, there's a lot of shout-outs happening. What's going on? Okay, right. Oh, from Ace, shout out to Joseph himself for making such a great mod and community. Happy Modiversary. Heart, heart, heart. Thank you, Ace. That's nice. Shout out to Tiny Lucien from Words Without Rules. Shout out from Watcher to this Joseph Russell chap again for being such an awesome guy. Well, I don't know who he is, but he sounds handsome. Thank you, Watcher. Shout out to all the shout outs that have been shouted out. Y'all are crazy, but I still love you guys. That's from Shiva. Shout out to this wholesome community from Check Morticia. Seconding the shout out to Joseph for being awesome from Amata. Thank you, Amata. That's very kind. Right. There we go. Got through all the shout outs. Let's just go with Redguard. A Redguard. I know, I'm going to scratch the alliterative stuff. A heroic Redguard. And a dashing young Imperial against the world. And their dashing young Imperial companion against the world. Oh, Make Me Sing from Amata. And a shout out from Nuna to all Joseph's patrons for making all of this so much more possible. Or feel free to paraphrase to make more sense. I can't words. But yes, and also shout out to subscribers and other story supporters, those two. Yes, so exactly. Massive shout. I second that. I double that. Shout out to all you guys who've been supporting me and pledging and being on my Patreon and all of that, because you guys really do make this so much more possible. You know, this camera that I've got that looks so much better than the old one I could never have got without the support from Patreon. This flat, I could not be renting this flat without the support from you guys. You know, it's completely changed. Well, I say changed my life. It's changed my current living. Yes, it has changed my life at the moment. The way my life is has changed completely because of the support that's come from you guys for Lucien. I'm able to treat this as a second job. I'm able to invest in all this equipment, the lighting, the camera, the PC setup. I'm able to live in a flat like this rather than one tiny university room. I'm able to have nice food. It's amazing, you know, so I can't thank you guys enough. So thank you so much to all of you who've pledged, subscribed, shared my stuff, supported me. Honestly, it really has made a world of difference. And since we're on that track, it's like I said at the start of the stream, it's 2 years today since I first released Lucien. I'm going to end the working on the stream here, I think. Oh, thanks so much for the bits, Bard. Yeah, it's 2 years today since I released Lucien. And when I released him 2 years ago, the idea with him was he was going to be a fun project that I could do to get my writing in front of a bigger audience. Because I tried writing before, you know, I'd done Lonely Worlds, I'd done... I did Mephicia years ago, which don't read that necessarily. It's not my best work because I was young. But, you know, I'd written short stories and stuff before and books and I'd done writing, never really taken off. And I wanted to write something for a game, for Skyrim, that I had a chance of getting in front of people. And we've lost the stream. Stream's died. It'll be right back. Give me a sec. Okay, I'm going to move heaven and earth if I can to be able to fix this because this is driving me loopy. Let alone you guys. This is making me incredibly annoyed that it keeps cutting me off like this, especially when I'm mid-flow on saying things. So I was saying things, and I don't know why this is happening in this new flat, and it's something to do with the internet, and I need to figure it out, and I'm going to sort it, because we can't have this kind of nonsense on my stream. It's not happening. Don't like it. Anyway, is the stream back yet? It should be back. I think it's back. There we go. Right, it's back. So, yes. What was I saying? I was saying, firstly, I'm going to find the internet, wherever the source of the internet is, and I'm going to biff it. I'm going to give it a thunk and fix it. And then what I was saying about Lucien was I was writing Lucien originally to get him in front of other people so that other people had a chance of reading my writing, which is why I did the follower. And then it grew into this thing. It took off more than I expected it to, which was fantastic. And I'm delighted that that happened. And I count myself incredibly lucky that that happened. And then, you know, it grew into a bigger and bigger thing. And mainly a lot of that I owe to collaborations with other modders. Folks like Warabiki and Hoth Trooper and Liv Templeton, who helped out by contributing their talent in order to setting up those interactions between Lucien and Kaiden and Ori and Hoth and all that sort of stuff. It was only because they took a chance on me in the early days that we were able to have those interactions. So that was amazing. And the whole thing has just grown over years. I can't believe it's been 2 years. But then from then on, you know, I was able to start, you know, I started this Discord community back in January. I think it was just January of this year, really. And that's when everything really changed. You know, I started a Patreon before then, which was lovely. And we built a community over Patreon. And that started, you know, getting some money for me on a regular basis, starting to help me invest a little bit more time into it all. But it was still quite small scale for a while. But, you know, we built it up and it was really lovely having that support. And then it was really back in January when we started this community that I feel like I've really connected with you guys and I've been able to start reaching out to you a bit more and talking to you about what you like and don't like and what you want to work on. And Patreon's exploded since then, which is amazing. And I'm so grateful for that. We started streaming, which is fantastic. I love doing this. I want to do loads more of this because it's awesome. And, you know, I've got all you guys watching. I've got 67 viewers right now. How's that happened? Don't know. I never get 67 viewers, but there we go. It's amazing. We've built to that point where I've got 67 viewers, so fantastic. Thank you all for tuning in. You know, and we get subs and stuff, and I can sort of rely on that a bit as something that comes in. And yeah, I'm really excited to see where it's all going to go next. Oh, there was a gling there. Oh, thanks for the follow, Voig. But yeah, I've got loads of ideas of stuff I want to do with Lucien. Ways I want to expand the mod. More projects I've got on the horizon of things beyond the realms of the mod that I want to do with the character. Oh, thanks so much for the subs, Anonymous Gifter. I've got exciting ideas for where I want to take all this. I want to keep working at it. I'm going to do more streams. I've got some really exciting surprises coming for you guys, which you don't know about. But you're going to love. Really exciting stuff ahead in the before the end of the year. There's stuff on its way that's going to be amazing that I can't wait to show you. Lucien's got his third quest and his second dungeon coming, which I was hoping to have out before the end of the year. I don't know whether I still will or not. I'm aiming to. We'll see what happens. That's going to be really cool. And yeah, there's more stuff outside of the mod that I can't really talk about yet, but there's stuff I want to happen. Yeah, I can't wait to see where all this goes. And I'm building up the YouTube channel, which is going well, I think. We've got the tutorial series going now, and then the season 2 of Lucien the Dragonborn that I'm going to start filming soon, which I can't wait to have coming for you guys, because that's cool. And we got that kick thanks to the lovely Dwemercog. Shout out to Dwemercog in the chat, because Dwemercog posted on Reddit the other day about Lucien the Dragonborn, and that got me so many new viewers. So thank you so much for sharing it, because getting it in front of more people's eyes is amazing. That is, you guys sharing this stuff is the only way that I can really grow. So it's fantastic that you've done that. So thank you, Dwemercog, and anyone else who's ever shared any of my stuff, because that is awesome. So the YouTube channel's growing, Twitch channel's growing, Lucien's growing, it's all growing, it's all good. And hopefully in a year's time we'll be here again celebrating 3 years since Lucien's release, and we'll have had loads of exciting things happen since then to talk about and to be grateful for. But all I can say really is thank you all so much for, you know, I sound a bit like one of those X Factor contestants now, but for coming on this journey with me. Thank you all for coming on this journey with me. On this adventure. It's been marvellous. And I look forward to many more years of adventuring. So, Lucien love to all of you. We're going to end the stream there because it's gone 8 o'clock and I need to have dinner because I'm really hungry. And I'm going to chase down the internet and figure out what's going on there. See if I can reconfigure Streamlabs in some way to try and make the connection more stable. I don't know. Or maybe I could look at some different streaming software other than Streamlabs. I'll see what I can figure out. Try and sort it. I'll do some test streams on my other... I have a test fake account thing that you don't know about. So I'll try and figure all that all about. We're back on Sunday. Not Sunday. Saturday. Saturday, doing another Avengers stream. Avengers stream on Sunday. So I'm doing a new thing. I'm doing a streaming schedule, a proper schedule, so you guys know when you can tune in. Everyone's voting for the specific times in the Discord right now. So if you're not in the Discord, do jump into that and have a vote. Let me know when you want me to do the streams. But I am doing a schedule, and it's going to be Mondays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Yes, schedule, or schedule if you want to say that. But I'm having one of those. So Mondays will be multiplayer Mondays, Thinky Thursdays, modding workshops, and superhero Saturdays. So Saturday we'll be doing Avengers. Saturday night, Avengers stream. I'll confirm when in the Discord channel before then. Monday, multiplayer Monday, we'll be playing probably more Fall Guys, or maybe starting Among Us at some point soon as well. And Thursdays, modding workshops like this. And somewhere in there we'll squeeze in some Elder Scrolls Online and Elder Scrolls Legends as well, because I love those. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for all the lovely messages you've been sending while I was saying all that. I've been reading them, and it's really lovely. You guys are all marvellous and wonderful. It's been my privilege to have you as an audience, and I'm going to keep at it. Loads more fun, exciting stuff to come. And we're going to fix the internet first, because I can't have this. Is the Discord public? Yes, there's a link to it just underneath the stream. If you just look underneath the stream, you'll see there's a link to the Discord there. So, yeah. Give a click on that. Join the community. We're fun. We won't bite, I promise. Gonna go get some food. Yeah. See you all again on Saturday, or otherwise next week. Thank you all for being amazing. Stay marvellous. Bye!